Hello, I'm Jimmy.
I'm Tommy.
Hey, and this is Grace McLean.
Hi.
Hey, Grace, who do you play in the show?
I play Maria Dmitrievna.
Excellent, excellent. And you have just gotten out of recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it feeling?
Oh man, well right now I'm a little raw because we just did in my house.
Right.
So I'm like, I really need a good cry. Which maybe I'll get later today.
I mean,
but it's
feel
like,
free to do it because, like, that's,
it might happen.
That's good.
It might
that
happen.
We can use that. You know?
Good.
It was incredible. We got to watch it there, and we could feel it through a monitor.
Yeah.
You know, through a recording booth, through a
That's
monitor.
the goal,
Yeah.
right?
It's intense. How does it, I mean, you're in a recording booth. How do you get to that point? How do you build that emotion up?
It's really weird doing it outside of the show, y'all. It's so weird. I mean, that one especially. We did a couple of other numbers leading up to In My House, but man, it's funny to realize like how much I really need that corset. I mean, just like technically speaking, and like the shoes and the staging, and also all that comes before it, Balaga and the abduction, where we're like running around. Like there's an aerobic thing.
Yeah.
Just technically speaking, that happens before this that really allows me to like plummet into In My House, because it's like that's already happened.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I like build upon it. So in the recording studio, it's like so easy. I'm just like in a little dress. I took off my shoes. You're like, so what is this?
Yeah.
But what's amazing is like when all of that stuff isn't there, the emotion is still there in just like its purest form. Oh,
because it's. I
so
mean,
you just get to ride that thing.
yeah,
absolutely.
it's such an intense start because it is down here.
Yeah.
But you can still feel that you're so full of all of this
Yeah.
passion and rage. Because we were talking about this earlier, that you're not, Maria, she's not raging, she's not angry at Natalia here. It's like disappointment. It's,
Oh, yeah.
you don't know what you're doing, you're so young. You know, it's that,
Well,
all
yeah.
of these things come into it.
I think of it as a betrayal. You know, this is the person that she loves the most in the show, who is like taking her for granted and like spitting in her face, and it's just like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? And that's really, oh my god, that's really what like the rest of the show is for Maria. Is this like I really love that I cry.
No, we're right there with you.
It's just like I thought I was doing everything for you, and you. I don't know what I did wrong. I really don't know what I did wrong. I mean, especially when it comes to what Natasha does after this. Like it's devastating for Maria. And no one gets to see it, but I get to have to get to go through all of that every night. It's a real catharsis.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Thank you for giving me an opportunity
No problem.
to
Anytime.
purge the rest of that, because that's
After all
what comes
that,
after.
Yeah,
So
right. Of course.
Just gotta get it out.
I mean, the number itself, obviously, it builds this incredible climax. Like, how do you kind of temper yourself? You know, in terms of getting that really strong that build.
Yeah, I mean, it starts from a. I always try to start it at like super contained, because it's like I don't think Maria even knows how big she's gonna get.
Right. Okay.
You know, so it's like it starts as with this like shock, which moves into like uncontrolled rage, and then there's like she sees Natasha's reaction to that, and it's like all of the information unfolds. So, you know, in terms of like the arc of the song and the storytelling of it, like it gets more and more complex as it goes along, like as things are learned, and there's like the shock and the reaction, and then like the trying to make sense of it, and then by the end of it, there's just that pure like I just am trying to take care of you.
Exactly. She becomes a mother again,
and trying to take care of you. And as like technically speaking, as a performer, man, like that's all. It's all the same.
Yeah,
it's
of
all,
course.
It's all the same.
You can't do one without the other.
Yeah.
So much energy to get you through that whole arc.
Exactly, and like the intention informs so much of what happens technically, you know, vocally and all of that.
Let's talk a little bit about Maria as a woman.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because what a woman she is.
What
And-
a woman who can,
Right.
you know, say church with such meaning
Oh, she
behind
loves
it.
church. Church is like Disneyland.
Absolutely.
Or the opera, too. The opera
Yeah.
is like Disneyland, and
Right.
church is like, we're going to... What's that restaurant that's out the Pirates of the Caribbean? You know what I'm talking about. You guys...
What?
There's some... What? Like, inside of the ride at Disneyland.
Oh, I'm from
there's a
Scotland. I don't...
Okay, I'm from Southern California,
Right,
so I
okay.
went to
You're
Disneyland,
there.
like, every week.
You've got a small apartment.
Anyway,
right by
so
it,
it's like, we're gonna go to this fun restaurant that's like not everybody gets to go to because it's the nice one.
Church.
So that's what I think about. I'm like, Disneyland!
Yeah, of course. You really love church.
I
in
really
this
love
recording.
church.
You really
Well,
love it.
my favorite was when Dave Malloy was rewriting that, and it was Dave sitting around, down for church! Down for church! Right, Grace? I'm like, whatever you want, Dave.
Absolutely.
If you're having fun, I will have fun.
Of course.
So most of that, like, delivery is trying to match Dave's enthusiasm
Right.
in writing it.
I love it. Let's kind of talk a little bit about Maria's arc,
Of
where
course.
she goes.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, tell us, you know, who is she in the story?
Yeah.
So Maria is Natasha's godmother. She is there to take Natasha and Sonia into Moscow society, take care of them, while they wait for Andrei to return from war, actually. And she's introduced as like, really, we talk about all the things that we're going to do. We're going to buy some dresses. We're going to play some cards. We're going to eat some great food. You're going to read to me while I knit.
Yep.
Also, one of the best things you could do with your evening.
Absolutely.
Maria loves that. And Natasha, you're going to go to Bald Hills and you're going to talk to the Bolkonskis because you haven't met the family, and you've got to get to know them. So, like, that's really the point of the trip.
Yeah.
There. Well, that's a big part of it. And take them to the opera, to church, and we're taking you around and introducing you to society. And then... Oh no!
Gonna go and rip your heart in two.
Natasha makes some poor decisions.
Yes.
Which, oh man, Maria is not happy about and has to clean up her freaking mess.
Right.
She's got to clean it up and take care of this little bird who's trying to fly away right into the glass, man. She can't break that glass.
No.
She can't. She's
She
going to
cannot.
hurt herself. She's only going to hurt herself.
Yeah.
So Maria ends up having to really... care for Natasha and sort of bring her back from the brink, and also is there to give Pierre something to do. At this point in the story, Pierre is really listless.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing with his life. He's kind of just in a drunken stupor all of the time, and he's real sad. So at the Natasha's crisis sort of turns into some kind of action for Pierre, something for him to do. And through that action, he kind of gets swept up in Natasha's story, and I mean, as we all know, like, he gets to find sort of like a spiritual awakening through forgiving this other, like, broken human being.
Right. Yeah.
So thank you, Maria, for calling
Absolutely.
Pierre.
Exactly. Well, and Pierre's like the only one who makes it out at the end with that kind of awakening. Everyone else seems a little more broken by the end of the show.
Yeah.
And that was you.
Yeah.
That was you. Well done.
Okay, so Sonia she's the cousin. No, Maria doesn't really like Sonia.
She really doesn't. I mean, that's what I was getting at. Is that, like, you know, in your whole track, she's, you know.
Well, and that's the thing. At the end, Maria's a little bit like, shit. Sonia, she was there, and she really told me what to do, and I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry, little girl. So yeah, Sonia is Natasha's cousin, but they're not actually related.
Yeah.
Sonia's like some poor girl that the Rostovs have taken in.
Right, okay.
And so that's why Maria is like, I love Natasha. Who is this person?
Yeah, who are you?
And at this point in the story, Sonia is engaged to Nikolai, Natasha's brother, and Sonia has nothing. And also Nikolai, we're going to talk some more on Peace Geek stuff right now.
Absolutely,
So,
let's do
like, part of the reason that this match between Natasha and Andrei is really key is because Andrei has money and the Rostovs now have nothing because Nikolai gambled it all away to Dolokhov because Dolokhov was in love with Sonia, but Sonia rejected him. It's very tangled.
Yeah, right.
So the Rostovs are like, not in a great place. They need the Bolkonskis. Sonia, what are you? We're still taking care of you? Okay.
Right.
You have nowhere else to go. Fine. So anyway, that's...
Right. But I love that because now, I mean, that history is great because you see that relationship, and you're like, what did she do to you?
She's just there, and we don't...
literally toss her aside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's two girls, if you love one, yeah, like the other.
Right, exactly.
That's just basic.
It's basic.
Theater.
Right.
In my head.
You can only love one girl.
You can only love one.
That's most of Fiddler on the Roof.
Like, you've got to have this and this, and then y'all fill in whatever you want.
Yeah. So you're doing A Call to Pierre tomorrow.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that one? Because that, again, I mean,
it's the same emotional arc all the way through the end of that, too.
Oh gosh. Except a little bit more intense because now I know what's going on and what needs to be done. I'm glad that I have some time to rest between now and then.
Absolutely.
And to drink some more water.
Yay! Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big one. And I remember listening to the Casino recording. That was one of the ones that stuck out to me. It's like, wow, this character is she has a raw edge to her.
Yeah,
she's really cool.
She's called a dragon lady in the book.
Right. Okay.
So she breathes fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She literally does.
We're cowering back just in case right now.
Smart.
Yeah. Exactly. Amazing.